Well, greetings everybody. This is Samuel C. at Graph1159 on X and Blue Sky, and I'm continuing my video series on the Apostle Paul's epistle of 2 Corinthians. This video is on chapter 9. For indeed, concerning the dispensation for the saints, it is superfluous for me to be writing to you, for I am aware of your eagerness, which I am boasting over you to the Macedonians, that Achaia has been prepared a year past, and your zeal provokes the majority. Yet I send the brethren, lest our boasting over you may be made void in this particular, that you may be prepared according as I said, lest somehow, if the Macedonians should be coming together with me and finding you unprepared, we may be disgraced, not that we should say you, in this assumption of boasting. I deem it necessary, then, to entreat the brethren that they may be coming before to you, and should be adjusting beforehand your bounty as promised before. This to be ready thus as a bounty, and not as greed, yet as this, who is sowing sparingly, sparingly shall be reaping also, and who is sowing bountifully, bountifully shall be reaping also, each according as he has proposed in his heart, not sorrowfully, nor of compulsion, for the gleeful giver is loved by God. Now God is able to lavish all grace on you, that having all contentment in everything always, you may be superabounding in every good work. So, generosity comes from contentment in everything, as Paul writes. And how can we be content in everything? The only way that I know of would be that we're content in the sense that we know that whatever is happening is what God has purposed to happen for us, and that He's working through everything so that His plan for us is carried out. And in that sense, we can be content. And it is from this contentment that generosity results. Now, people can give without being content, but that kind of giving could be um, giving out of guilt, giving out of compulsion, and Paul says that that's not the type of giving that he is advocating. But when we are content with the knowledge that God has us where He wants us to be, then it's from that knowledge that gleeful giving can occur. Verse 9, according as it is written, He scatters, He gives to the drudges. His righteousness remains for the aeon. Now may He who is supplying seed to the sower and bread for food be furnishing and multiplying your seed and be making the product of your righteousness grow. So, some people may say that people at least sometimes have to give out of guilt, otherwise they won't give enough. They might say, well, if you're giving with glee, if you're giving out of contentment, you're not giving enough. There needs to be more, and in order to extract that amount from people, we have to put the pressure on them with guilt or coercion, even though they won't use that word. But what Paul is saying is, whatever we give with gleefulness, God will multiply it to make from it whatever is necessary. Verse 11, being enriched in everything for all the generosity which is producing through us thankfulness to God. For the dispensation of this ministry not only is replenishing the wants of the saints, but is superabounding also through much thanksgiving to God. So, however you feel about life, you may feel that you're on the wrong track. You may feel that you don't know what to do. Is there something you should do that you're not doing? You might feel confused about which way you should go. You might feel like you're messing things up. But ultimately, if you can be thankful to God for what He's doing in your life, that's all that's needed. And everything else will take care of itself. If there's anything that you need to do, if you're thankful to God, whatever it is that you need to do will become apparent and you'll have the inspiration to do it. Verse 13, through the testedness of this dispensation, glorifying God at the subjection of your avowal to the evangel of Christ, and in the generosity of the contribution for them and for all, and in their petition for you, longing to be acquainted with you, because of the transcendent grace of God on you. Now thanks be to God for his indescribable gratuity. So, any good thing that we do results from the grace of God on us, and all that God is asking us is to appreciate that, to be thankful for it, and if we can just have that disposition of thankfulness, God will take care of things and get us to where we need to be and inspire us to do the things we need to do. So I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you next time when we look at chapter 10.